but your smile stood out. Thanks for having your camera on. What do you got? A Christmas hat on? It's so cute. It looked like you were trying to unmute, but that's okay. We are just a few minutes from getting started. So if you think of somebody who can benefit from this IPA call, a teammate, a sideline, and you do not see them here, pop them a message, let them know. We're going to be sharing some very good information that is going to be inspiring to help you grow your contacts, grow your business, and think about no slumber December. We
No slumber December,
I
y'all.
stole
No
that from
slumber December.
Amelia. Yes, we are truly going to get started here. So it is 7 o'clock on the nose. And one thing that I've learned as an entrepreneur is it is good to be on time. It sets the precedent, it commands respect, and it shows people you are serious. So I am just going to share real quick who I am. So there's a lot of new faces I haven't met before, met yet. My name is Tami Egbert. I've been with Partner Co., partnered with James and Becky and all of you for almost 5 years. In March, it'll be my 5 year anniversary, Partner Co-versary. And in my first 6 months, I was able to reach officer, and I've been growing mentally, personally, emotionally, physically, ever since then. So the past 5 years, I have learned a lot in this company. I think my favorite thing is that it gives me being part of a company like this, being part of wellness, gives me the true reason and excuse to make wellness a part of my lifestyle. It's one of my favorite things about this. It also gives me a reason and excuse and motivation to really authentically connect with people because all business is conversation and making those genuine contacts, connections is what grows us, grows our business. And it's so deeply satisfying to know people and grow with people. So that's just a little insight into me, why I love being here and doing what I'm doing here. I'm going to turn it over to James, although he's just going to give us a few announcements. We're going to snatch it back from him and bring you to Amelia, who's going to give us some deep Amelia awesomeness. And then we're going to get into our IPAs, and I'll share a little bit about what IPAs are and how we can leverage them and maximize them so that you can have an amazing 5 years here as well. All right, James?
Man, it's already been 5 years, Tammy. That's crazy.
In
We're
March,
almost
I
there.
know.
Super, super crazy. Longevity means a lot. I think that's a very uncommon thing these days. Jaden says good morning, by the way. Hello, hello, hello. But just a couple of quick things, and just want to honor all of our incredible leadership that's here that makes this amazing collaboration possible. So a couple quick things on my end is I just want to orient everyone because there's a lot that's going on in December still. So I want to make sure people know what's out there and what to really focus on. It's important to always have your goals set in on something where your focus goes, your energy flows. So very, very important. So we got cash for Christmas. We're throwing out over $1,000 worth of cash. I hear mommy coming down. All right. And the only question is who's going to win it. Throw a 10 in the chats if you're excited about this, if you're going to take some money off of our hands. And we just want to have so much fun with this, guys. And it's here for you. It's here to win. So read through it. It's in the Warrior Movement Facebook page. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We're not only just going to have the first 10 that are going to win $100 and a product and swag bag and also a Connect ticket, but we're also going to do some raffles throughout. And we may or may not do our first raffle, maybe or maybe not on Friday. Hint, hint, wink, wink. No hint at all. So there's going to be a lot of fun. So be sure to put in your form whatever it is that you're doing now, any drops you're selling, any products you're selling, anyone that you're rolling, it all counts. So be sure to grab that and run for this, have fun with that. we're rallying behind and driving towards our next big event. One thing we realize is leaders grow from event to event, and it's going to come up right around the corner. But out here in North America, we got Destin, literally like less than 8 weeks away. Is anyone pumped up for some warm weather? Like, if you haven't been to Destin, you just want to go. Like, when I went there, just like, the first time I went there was 2 years ago. I came back and I'm like, I live in San Diego, which is supposed to be like beach town and everything. But I went there, I'm like, oh, that's a beach. I'm like, if my parents are not in San Diego, I'm like, I might want to live in somewhere like Destin. So it's beautiful. It's going to be fun. It's going to kick off the year strong. And really, what I'm excited about the most is seeing our team cross the stage. One big thing about these events is recognition and just being able to celebrate you, your team, and just that's the best part of everything. So, our goal is to help everyone here go to the next levels, get the next promotions, bring a bigger team and everything. Pre-sale tickets for this end in 5 days. So if you want to have a discount, be sure to grab that. If you have a ticket already, put a me in the comments below, by the way. And we have flyers and stuff like that that you can make. So yeah, I will make by this week too a chat room. KDS2, come on. And we're going to start organizing logistics and make sure that you all know what's going and make sure that you're not alone. Like you're going to have a whole family that's coming with you. So be sure to plug into this and that's going to be great. And last but not least, today so we know Ultimate's number one in your business. And number two, we put together this thing called Millionaire Mentorship, which the Harpers actually we co-created in the beginning, and they had a great idea as we were in Calgary, and we're like, let's go do this thing. It was so fun. And no worries, Sheila. She has a vacay scheduled. Have fun on our behalf, and be sure to bring your people for sure. So this is huge, but this is definitely a goal that if you're not a part of yet, you want to be a part of. Today, we're going to have our very own Daniel Singh that's on here. And also Saru and Annika. If you know, in all of Partner Code, there's 100 top leaders. There was this one, it was a very high bar. So this is not many people, but within this collaboration, we've had a handful of very key leaders that have qualified, and they're going to be sharing their secrets and how not only they went CEO, but how they're building a long-term sustainable business and all these cool things. So that's fun. If you're not yet a part of this, then make it a goal, make it a target. Like it's not hard to do and it's going to be so fruitful and everything. So with that said, I'm going to toss it over. I was asking Amelia this morning because I just love whenever if you haven't heard Amelia before, like she has this crazy way of both having sage wisdom of someone that is way beyond her years, but still somehow have this thug relatable side that just checks you in a loving way that's like, I don't know how she does it, but she is the African queen. Literally, I told her we should have trumpets when she comes on because she is amazing. But Amelia, over to you.
Thank you so much. I mean, what a setup. Thank you, James. I mean, he's the one to speak. I told him I saved him in my phone as James the Soul Speaker because when he speaks, it's just that sensei wisdom, And whenever I see his name show up on my phone that he's typing a message, I'm like, all right, time to listen. Soul Speaker is about to send me a message. It's great. But thank you so much. And it's such an honor to be here among each and every one of you. It's just such a I'm just so grateful. My husband, Dana Harper, and I, if for those who don't know who we are, because I know we have such a growing business, and that's congratulations to the Champions Network. Everyone's doing so well, sharing health, wealth. And we're so honored to have every single one of you. If you're new and you're on this IPA, just, let us know in the chat, and we just want to welcome you. And I absolutely love it. I was new a year and 5 months ago, 17 months ago, my husband and I, we found Partner Co. And it's just been such a blessing, to be here in this incredible company. And now fast forward, we're going to this season now of, everyone is thinking about 2026, right? How many of you currently are thinking about 2026? And I have one question for you. I just have one question because I didn't prepare anything. So I'm just going to speak to you based on what I'm doing right now, where I'm at and where my mind is at. What do you think people are thinking about right now, December, as they're going into 2026? Just give me some ideas. What do you think's on everyone's mind right now? Because I spent the last week or two just kind of thinking about that, right? Presents. Someone says weight loss, money. That's right. All right. New goals, not health yet. Because they're trying to eat. Okay. It's time to eat. It's December is eating month. All right. Shopping, getting healthy, fit, financially free. Yep. Big ones. Money. That's right. Got to buy those presents. Things they wanted but didn't get yet. Building 2026, New Year's resolution. Big one, right? Goals, trying to build their business, thinking about maybe having a business or reactivating a business that they started, right? So I started to think to myself, okay, so everything you said here is valid, completely valid. So much on everyone's mind. I started thinking to myself, I'm like, so what am I supposed to be doing in order to, you know, be an answer to a lot of these things that people are thinking about right now? Because in business, you always want to be the solution to a problem, right? You always want to see what can you offer, what value can you bring. And then I'm thinking to myself, am I supposed to be also joining in this sea of uncertainty, what to do, or do I actually know that what I'm doing is exactly the solution that they need? Think about it. Everything, every single one of you mentioned health, money, right? You mentioned what else? What else we got here? Got so many things. Health, money is shopping. That's money too. Building in 2026. That's business. New Year's resolution. We've got that, right? Reset, 90-day, 30-day, 90-day reset, everything. Everything you mentioned, do you realize that you're a solution to everyone's need out there? And so I started to think to myself, oh my goodness, I can't sleep on this. So that's why I said no slumber December. Okay. So this is not time for me to also be on vacation mode, because historically, December, this one of the biggest seasons in our business, in our industry. And so how do people know that you have a solution to their need? Well, they got to hear about it, right? They got to see you more. You got to show up. And so I started to think to myself, wow, so if I haven't been consistent with my business this whole time, I think it's time for me to start showing up consistently. So say show up in the chat, show up consistently. And why is that important? Because there's power in consistency. Our business is built on consistency. And what's beautiful about it? We have a system that allows you to be consistent, right? Plug and play. Twice a day, post twice a day. You're putting yourself out there, personal posts, business testimonials. The champ, thank you, Danielle, and everyone in our Champions Network leadership, every single one of you for constantly putting content up out there. Guys, it takes hours to create content, okay? Trust me, I know. And so we have something so beautiful, right? Where, we have content that's available for us, allowing us to show up with purpose, right? So important, because this helps to build momentum. You see, what happens is if you press on the brakes now, then your business, you got that traction going, and I can testify to that because I had some life happen. Say life happens, right? Last quarter of the year, well, I say third quarter of the year, and on this row, I'm on this momentum, and boom. I'm gonna be open with you guys. My oldest child tried to take his life. Okay, that's what happened. That knocked me out. Okay, that knocked me out. Took the wind out of me. And James knows, a few of you know, that I wouldn't talk about it because it was hard to talk about. I didn't plan on sharing this with y'all either, because I'm a very private person. Surprise, surprise, even though I show up online. But so it knocked me out. And I remember getting so angry at myself for letting that knock me out. But then, do you know how I was able to get back up? I had you guys. I had this. It never stopped. There was always something to go to. There was always someone showing up. there was always someone sharing a story that was, maybe worse than mine, or, and sharing a win that was like, wow, the light that I needed, the positivity that I needed. So start thinking to yourself, how can you show up consistently this season so that people know that you have a solution to their need? And that is the campaign I'm currently running. Showing up consistently, sharing the wins. You might hear me reaching out to some of you because let's just be out there. Because we have the solution to the need that everybody has. So everyone say, no slumber December. This is our season. This is the season to show up bigger than you've ever shown up before. And like James said, we're all going to be walking into Destin, just celebrating. I need more videos, guys. I don't know if you've been on my page, but I posted a video of us on stage. Wow! So it's going to be bigger in Destin, and we're going to do it's like, okay, it's still going, right? So that's what I have to share with each and every one of you today. Thank you so much for giving me the time. Love you.
Oh my gosh. I'm like literally crying.
Girl, don't you try. Don't do it. You'll mess me up. I was doing real good.
Can't hear something like that and not. Shoot, that's one of my downfalls. Okay, crying. Thank you so much, Amelia. No slumber December, showing up, being consistent. Thank you so
And
much.
can I just mention one last thing? This is so important because I did intend to share that while picking myself back up and showing back up online, doing the do and just using my tools, using what's available, right? You don't have to come up with it, just start with what's available. I started getting messages. So people might not click and message you in your content. Don't worry about it. Because now I have all these messages. I was going to share one that said, I've been seeing you. I've been thinking about what you're doing. And then they shared what they had been going through and mentioned how their job was going to change, where they're going to lose a job they've been at for over a decade plus. And they remembered that I had this thing that I offered before. And now they're thinking they're ready because 2026, something's got to change. You see what I'm saying? People are thinking, guys. And so now she's ready to build a business. I've got a few others, the same thing. And even though I didn't start out by talking about a business in this conversation, because you've got to be a real person, right? Talk to people, actually care about what they have to say. And then, by the way, later on, when the opportunity allows, you say, hey, when you're ready, is it okay if I reach out to you and show you how this can work for you? Is it okay if I share with you my blueprint and show you that this is working for women like you and I? Is it okay? You know what I got back? 100%. 100%. Yes. So just be real, guys. That's what we're doing. That's the real heart of what we're a part of. We care about people. We love people. And if you do this consistently this month, y'all, 2026, first quarter, chairperson 5,000, but along with everyone else. So
We just got a bonus round from Amelia. And she may or may not even realize, but in that last little bonus round, she mentioned multiple IPAs. She mentioned asking, inviting her when she stated, if it's okay when you're ready, is it okay if I share this with you? That's an invitation. And income producing activities revolve around inviting people to look at what we have. So thank you, Amelia. I dried my tears, so I'm good. I'm going to move on. And I just so happy to be here with all of you guys as well, especially amongst the wisdom and the mindset of showing up and being here. I know it would be so easy just to, curl up in a ball and watch Hallmark movies. And the other day, I was on a call with a newer teammate, And she was like, Tammy, what do I need to do first? And we went to her post. She had made a post about the drops and about what they're doing for her and inviting people to come learn more information. And she had a bunch of comments and a bunch of likes. And so that was the first thing we did. Income producing activity is what we're here for today. And it is all about taking the steps to move your business forward. I'm going to invite you guys to share. What are you doing to connect, people to your business, connect people to your products? What are you doing to grow your paycheck? Even just one paycheck, one customer. If you can just get that one customer or one new partner, that means game on. It is possible. That means anything goes from here on out. And we know that getting customers and getting partners is possible. So if you can raise your hand, James is going to share an IPA. I love to hear James's IPAs. We want to share what is bringing in business for you. James?
Absolutely. Gosh. I'm still in chills. True champion, Amelia. True champion, seriously. Um, so I've been following up. I have one of these prospects that, they engage with you on Facebook, you're just connected, you're loving on their post, and yet they're just not ready yet. And it's been months upon months upon months upon months. And I think one thing that's important is always being aware and tuned into what corporate's doing around the world. So in Australia and New Zealand, they were actually launching Everglow. And what was cool is this prospect's in the Drop Revolution and Wellness 360. She's been seeing things about Everglow, and it's not out. It wasn't out there in New Zealand, Australia yet, but she brought up interest before. She's like, "Hey, when's it coming out?" I'm like, "I don't know, sometime soon, I hope." Well, it just launched like last week, so I promoted. There was a call that they launched that on. She went on the call and immediately she was like, "Hey, I'm on board with this." She got like a 10 pack of the Everglow. She's ready to use it, to promote it, to do so many different things. She's already on the drops as well too. But yeah, she's pumped. She came on to our Tactical Tuesday yesterday as well. So getting plugged in, and we're gonna have another amazing success story.
So real quick, so you mentioned she had shown interest. She had shown interest to you or in the group?
To me, she reached out because she saw the post in the group. She's like, "Hey, what is this Everglow thing, and when's it coming over here?" And then we continued. So I lodged it in my mind, and then weeks later, when it launched, then it reminded her, "Hey, it's coming out. Come take a look at it."
Truly serving people and what they want and what they're looking for. So thank you, James, for sharing that. And I don't know if you guys are similar to me, but sometimes you'll know people are interested. Like James, he's good, right? He's like, he lodged it in his brain. I need to write it down. I need to be like, I'll have a sheet of people interested or has shown interest in the drops. And if they have other products that they're interested in, I'll have a sheet. So do whatever you need to do to lodge it so that you can continue to follow up and talk to them about what it is that they are looking for. So thank you, James, for sharing. Allison, hello,
Hi,
my
guys.
friend.
Hi. Oh my gosh, Amelia. Whew, you got me, girl. You got me. I can't wait to meet you in Destin. Okay, so this past weekend, I was looking in my office I got the big package during Black Friday, and I was looking over my product, and I was like, I don't want this sitting in my office. I need to do something, right? So I started reaching out to everybody on my list that has not purchased or said maybe later or whatever. And I just started my goal. I've been doing this for 8 years in this business, and I know December like the back of my hand. I'm I never was thinking about anything until the day after Christmas. And I have found in the past with my business, people are not thinking about health. But the day after Christmas, you better believe when all the presents are open, they've eaten their weight in, I don't know, Chex Mix or whatever at the holiday parties.
they start thinking about it. That week, that day after Christmas and in between New Year's is when they really start to plan. I mean, there may be a handful of them that do before, but I've seen not. So my goal in December has always been just to be consistently connecting with people. So when they are ready, so I bought, the big package. And so I was thinking, how can I get rid of this stuff? I don't care about a massive, um, uh, in retail. Like I wanted to sell, I didn't sell at retail. I was just thinking, okay, how can I come afloat here in my mind, seriously, and make a little bit of money? But I want to get, if I can get this product in these people's hands in December, then January and February, they're mine, right? So if I could do that. So I sold 17 boxes of drops, couple Advantage in there. I kind of did a $100 special with most of the people were local if they came by, but I actually ended up upselling some Advantage. So I got rid of most everything. But they were all new, like except for like one that wanted to stock up, they were all new people. And so they were coming in with 2 boxes or 3 boxes. So got rid of the 17 that way. So I was excited about the new coming in. And then, of course, then James announced on Monday the cash thing. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Just missed it by one day. So James knows. I sent him a picture the other day and I'm like, don't tell me there's a challenge because game on, I'm going for it. So I've now sold 4 since Monday. I'm headed for that 10. But just making it fun in December because I really have seen that people just be connecting with them because they're going to find you and they're going to see you. But right now, I know personally a lot of my friends, they're not even thinking about it. I've been to parties like every night this week. Our neighborhood is so social. They're not thinking about that. They're thinking about all the food they had last night. So anyway, that was just kind of what I wanted to say about just staying consistent. Don't feel like if you're not hearing from people. I think I put on literally the other day, I have not seen this girl since high school. That's a long time ago. I graduated in 1977. Okay, guys. So I've not seen this girl since high school. Had no idea she was even really following me. I mean, I maybe touched base 10 years ago and then forgot about her, actually. I said, happy birthday, girl. What are you doing? Where are you now the other day? And she goes, oh, I'm still in St. Louis. And she said, hey, I saw your post about the drops. Y'all, people are watching, but those birthdays and connecting, just saying hi are so important. So anyway, I'm ready. I'm ready to get to the 10, James. Going for it.
I love it, Allison. So I'm also hearing make it fun. Make it fun. I know James and Becky, they put on this promotion that is coming from their pocket, not corporate, and they're doing it to to make it fun. I do not know how to turn that ringer off. My goodness.
We don't hear anything.
You don't hear it? Okay, it's very loud.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, they're doing it to make it fun for all of us. And why not? This business we can have fun doing. And Allison, I wanted to elaborate a little bit on what you said. You're going to holiday parties. I was at a little event last night, and I knew I didn't know everybody. I knew the hostess. She invited us to do a crafty thing. And so she had all these crafts put out, and there was probably about 15, 20 ladies there, all doing crafts that she knew in her network. So if you're showing up to a party, go with the intention of making new connections. You don't have to sell to them. You don't have to be their best friend. But I found a way to connect with them. You learn a little bit. They're in your neighborhood. They're, what do they do for life? What do they, you know how to connect and get pictures with them. Have a reason, have a, not a reason, but have, create a moment for yourself. And I tell you, of the 15, 20 ladies last night, I have like 5 or 6 new Facebook friends just from last night. So that grows your network. You start talking, you ask them what they do. Oh my gosh, are you on Facebook? Because that sounds like something amazing that you do. Boom, we're Facebook friends. So a little something you can do to grow your network right now is key. Um, I see that Adela, you have
Can I
your
ask a
hand
quick
up.
question actually here as well? Because I'm like still hanging on this, and then Adele will go to you. 17 boxes sold. So what it sounds like you did, correct me if I'm wrong, Allison, is we have our retail, our bulk retail, and you did a holiday sale, basically. So something cheaper than what you normally do. You decided to go with $100 basically at cost. But it sounds was your follow-up like what did you say to people on your list? Like what was your thing?
Yeah, I just sent him a message and I said, hey, I told him I was creating my own Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the Allison style. I was just kind of kidding and a joke. And I said, I know how powerful these drops have been for me, and I know how powerful they can be, especially during the holidays to stop the cravings and all that. And I know we talked about some, and I alluded to whatever we talked about, try to hit their pain point. I know, you said Christmas was hard for you or whatever. And a couple of them shared about Christmas is the holidays are hard because they've lost people. And I was like, I totally understand that. Same way with my mother. And I said, what I've noticed is the drops have given me joy back because of my cortisol and things. So I just tried to just talk to them. And I said, if you want to, if I said, I want to totally honor you and give you a gift in December, if you want to start now, since we've already talked about it. And then if, we'll get you on subscription after this first box. And so that's just kind of basically what I
Ooh,
said. But
that's
yeah, I
so
mean, I paid what, $73 for them really because I bought them in bulk. So I was like, I'm not looking for a huge profit here. I'm just looking to get people in because
good.
I know if I get them in and loving it, then the profit will come later. So I don't do that all the time. I just thought since I have this big amount, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So.
Ooh, that's so good. So think everyone. So who here got a bulk pack, right? Put a one in the comments if you do. Or if you're only selling through links, put a two in the comments. Both are fine. So what I'm thinking, and I get from you, Allison, is come up with some type of holiday special, right? You don't have to wait for the company, but something in your mind where like I make some money still, right? Something that you're happy with. So I love how you have that mark for yourself, but also something where you personally feel like that's a steal, where it's almost like, man, if you don't take this, like I feel guilty for you not taking this, like almost like that. You have conversation, especially with follow-ups, people that have been on your list, and you think, hey, I have a limited amount, which is true. Holiday special, like take this like that. It's like you're giving a gift even though you're buying it. Like that's the sense that I'm getting from here. So I think that's genius, and people can feel that heart, and they're like, of course, that thank you so much. So well done. I love it.
Thank you for extracting that. It is your business. And I know some people aren't willing to give it at wholesale, and that's okay. That's your business. You do what you're comfortable and what's authentic to you. It got great benefits and results from Allison, and I love that her goal was her set goal. She wanted to get the boxes out. So I want to really emphasize that you do what is comfortable to your business. Stretch yourself. If you have a goal, stretch yourself for sure, but you don't have to sell at $100 per box. You don't have to. This is the box rate that we put out, and you get to choose what your price is, which when I was talking to my newest brand partner, she said that was a huge perk of this business. Being part of other companies, she wasn't allowed to do that. She wasn't allowed to make changes, make personal sales, or even buy and resell. So that is a huge perk that we do have. And Allison, congratulations for taking such great advantage of it. Um, Adela, I see that you're turning your camera off and on. I know you're trying to
Oh,
prepare.
no, 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 I'm not.
Okay.
It's it's on. Can you see it? Oh, there
Yes.
we go. Sorry. Okay. I'll make this quick and there's no way I can follow Allison's. That's awesome. Okay, y'all know I do networking. I'm on my way right now to Christmas networking, but I want to share yesterday went to one of my networkings and um we always give a 30-second elevator speech, and then we always give referrals and what has happened or review someone else's product. Well, to my surprise, someone that I sold a box of drops to 2
Adele, a
months
quick
ago.
question. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Can you give us your 30-second elevator speech? Who here wants to learn that? I need to
Oh
learn.
gosh.
You have 30
Right
seconds.
now?
Go. You have 30
Okay.
seconds. Go.
There's it. Okay, everybody. Hi. I'm wearing my skinny drop strip, but these are really balancing hormone drops that I use. In a year, I lost over 40 pounds. I'm going to be 79 years old. I have more energy than I can imagine. These drops balance your hormones and they help people get better. My goal now is to help people get better. It's just not about weight. And contact me. I don't know. You caught me on the spot here, James. But something like that I do. Okay.
Perfect. Keep
Yes.
on.
So anyway, I had sold a box of drops to this one gentleman, the bug guy. I had ants and I had some problems here, insects and stuff at my house, the bug guy, and sold him the drops. And at the end of our networking meeting, he says, well, I have a report to give, and it's actually for Adela. And I go, what? Wow. Okay. And he got the drops. He didn't need to lose weight. He got the drops because he's a diabetic. And he went to the doctor and made me cry. His A1C or whatever it is was at 11 and was down to 7. The doctor was amazed. And I actually did have tears at that meeting, and he gave me a big hug. And so these are all about health. They're not just about the side effect is losing weight. And I took a bottle because I bought the 10-pack of noni, and I'm going, oh my God, I should take this bottle with me. So I put it right on the table. And of course, I talked about noni and sold one bottle of noni yesterday. So it's not so big, but it's just, I'm having a blast just sharing the health now with these drops. I'm off right now, as you can see, with my little Christmas hat on and Christmassy, to another Lake Elsinore chamber mixer. There'll be about 80 people there. So I'll be giving I definitely just have 30 seconds there, but they know me as, they call me the skinny drop lady, which I'm not skinny yet. But, I think if we just share how good we're feeling, a year and a half ago, I was with a walker and cane. Oh, yeah, that's part of it, too. I was with a walker and cane, and look at me. I'm already ready to go. So that's it. Thank you.
Wow, so inspiring. Thank you, Adela. What I always hear from you is you're always sharing how you feel. You're always sharing how you feel and what these drops have done for you. And even though you don't think you're skinny yet, you don't have to be skinny to sell the benefits of skinny drops. But another thing that's even more important is look at you creating opportunities to walk into a room to talk 30 seconds about the skinny drops and what we have. That's finding opportunity. That's putting yourself in a position and in a room where you have an audience. That's special in itself right there. Oftentimes we walk around thinking, how am I going to, talk about it? How am I going to find this? So you have the Chamber of Commerce, you have a networking group. Think of other things where can you put yourself in places where it's just they're waiting for you to give your 30-second elevator speech on it. That's one of the true golds of what you're doing right here. And you're getting better at sharing on the spot. Major pressure. James asked you to give your 30-minute elevator speech and you're able to give it. So huge congratulations. Thank you. Miss Paula? I see your hand up.
Good morning. I can't be on camera this morning, but I'll quickly tell you I have 4 IPAs to share. One came from a lady that did the host to post. Unfortunately, we didn't get any interest from that post, but I had done an anniversary sale because December 4th, my husband and I celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary. So I, did a price drop for that, $15 off of a box of drops. But then I told her I'd take another $5 off because she hosted a post for me. So that was a online IPA. And then Saturday I went to an event and I sold a 3-pack, and Cassie and I had already brainstormed what we were going to do for our Christmas Blitz sale. So I went ahead and advertised that I was going to have that special pricing for that event. So I sold a 3-pack at that pricing at the event Saturday. And then today I'm delivering.
Quick thing, Paula. So what's your Christmas Blitz and what is the special you're doing? It sounds like it's just a special deal you're doing per box of drop.
Yes. So the Christmas Blitz, if they buy a 3-pack of drops, it's $3.75, which makes the drops $1.25 per box. And of course, if they're local, then there's no shipping. And if they just buy an individual box of drops, it's $1.35. So we want to encourage them to bump up to the 3-pack and not just buy,
Move more
one.
box. Yes.
So a customer that I had met at a previous event, I reached out to her about the anniversary sale, which is the same what we're doing for our Christmas Blitz. And so she said, which this is the lady I shared with you guys, that she has more diagnoses than anybody I have met. And she has more reactions, even to Trident white gum. It was phenomenal than anybody I've met. So I was a little nervous, but yet excited because I want her to have relief from the sickness and the pain she deals with. But I was a little nervous that she would say something was causing her a reaction. So she started after that event with 1 box of drops and 2 bottles of noni. And she's having great luck with both, or I shouldn't say luck, but great results with both. And so I had reached out to her about the sale. And so she's going to take a 3-pack and another 2 bottles of noni. And I'm delivering that to her when I pick up my son this afternoon. And then I reached out to another lady, just doing some follow-ups because I wanted to reach out to people about the Christmas Blitz sale. And this other lady, this customer, had bought Everglow from me previously. And she utilizes the shots for weight loss. So she's not interested in the drops, but she decided to try the Everglow. So I just reached out to her today as I'm going through my receipt book to follow up with people for this Christmas Blitz sale and ask her what she thought about Everglow. And so she said, yes, I'll go ahead and try another Everglow. And she said, what else was it that you talked to me about joints? I should probably try that. So I sent her some information on noni. So I will be delivering to her today as well. So that's 4 different IPAs, some from Facebook and some from events that I'm going to. And I'm going to another event Saturday. So I'll be taking that Christmas Blitz sale there as well. So I agree with what Allison is saying, and Cassie and I are doing that too. We also come up with a bundle, if you want to buy a box of drops paired with just the Sugar Stop, or a box of drops paired with the Advantage, or a box of drops paired with the Advantage and the Sugar Stop, that we would do, packages like that and do bundle pricing. And so we knocked a little bit off of what you would purchase that for as a brand partner. And of course, obviously, there's not sales tax and shipping if they're local. So that sweetens the deal even a little bit more. So come up with what works for you, whether it's, something similar to what Allison's doing or something similar to what Cassie and I are doing, and run with it. And, like Allison said, if we got this product, we need to move it.
Paula, thank you so much. It sounds like you're so creative. You mentioned you had an event. What was your event?
I had an event. It was actually in the little small rural town that I graduated from. And it's just, they had a Christmas event. It was called Christmas Around the Square. And so they had vendors in 2 different areas, and they had different events all day long, face painting and all kinds of things. And then they ended the night with the Christmas parade. And so you just never know, what you're going to encounter when you go there. The couple that bought the 3-pack, I didn't know them, had never seen them. Coincidentally, the lady that did the host to post, she came in there to pick her drops up from me, and she knew this couple. And so she said, Denise, just do it. And she goes, "You think so?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm doing it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to pick up my drops." And she said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, I've tried everything else. Why not?" So I think the lady was already decided, but her husband was not decided, and she wanted him to, be in agreement before she made this purchase. So I think that probably kind of helped him to get on board and go ahead and say, okay, grab the 3-pack. And they're very interested if, they do receive the results that they're aiming for. They're very interested to see, where can we get it from going forward. And so I explained to them that my husband owns a real estate office here in Cameron, and they said, "Oh, we live close to there. We could just come." So, provided that they receive benefits, and I'm praying that they will, then they will be a continued customer, because if they're both using a 3-pack, that's not going to last them for very long.
Mhm. Well, it sounds like you got a lot of activity. You're staying in activity and you're finding opportunities to get in the room to talk about the drops. One thing that stood out to me was at the very beginning when you had somebody who did a host a post, and she didn't get much response and reaction, but you followed up on her, and you made it worth her effort, and you made her a believer in you as a person, as a business owner, to get the drops in her hands still by giving her a little break in discount, even, $5, which was probably just enough for her to be able to justify getting them. She obviously wanted them if she was hosting a post. So I love your creativity in doing that as well. I know it is a quarter till. We usually end our call now. Last call, anybody that wanted to just shout out something they said or did to move boxes into people's hands who need these? Um,
Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mama Sandy. I know she's probably had to step away, but hopefully we can have her share IPA on another day. But she was able to sell a box of Everglow, which is awesome, and made another sale too. So I'll let her share that later. But she's doing awesome. Great job, Mama Sandy.
Yay. Congratulations, Mama Sandy. Oh, Shelly, you're gonna squeeze in there. We got you.
I just wanted to give a quick IPA, and it really has to do with our sale that we had for Cyber Monday and the Friday sale, and how I ended up promoting to senior manager. But some of how I did that was with orders from current brand partners who really were not tapping into what was going on with the company. And uh, I had been racking my brain, how do I help people get re-engaged? And one of the things that I did was I individually messaged each person every day with a message or a promotion. And it made a huge difference. I then had 3 brand partners who hadn't been ordering or doing anything tap in and start and order some product. And I think that that was what caused them to do that, just because they're not looking at any messages from any message streams, any groups we're in, or anything. So I think that that was a big help.
Wow, Shelly, that increased your volume, that gave them the value, and it was catering personally to them. That's huge. Thank you so much for sharing that. One last little thing that I was doing, that I noticed adds more contacts. We're always trying to get more eyes on our page if we're consistently showing up on our page. I went to another event and I tagged some people. A candid picture was taken, and I used it for a personal post, or just, threw up a message that was on my heart. And when I tagged the people who were involved in the same event, they have a whole network of friends. And I noticed that there was like 20 people who liked this post. And so I thought, oh, I wonder who these people are, what eyeballs are on here. And when I went through it, 5, 6, 7 of them, I didn't even know. I didn't know who they were, but they liked it. And so the reason they liked it is because I tagged other people. I tagged other friends that I'm growing with. And so their friends saw it and liked it because their friend was in it. So it gave me a reason to reach out and say, oh my gosh, hey, Jennifer, I saw that you liked this post. I see you're friends with Juliet. How do you guys know each other? And you're just starting conversation. You're not saying, hey, are you interested in my drops? You're just connecting with them, finding out how they know these mutual friends, and then you can start conversation. So these are just ways to grow your network, get into conversation, and really just connect with people. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to just share a little bit, something that's super easy. But you guys, people who are having your own sale, I find it to be very inspiring. Think of something, but don't overthink it. Don't be part of the overthinkers club. Think of something and run with it. I think it's mind blowing and can be so intimidating to hear somebody like Allison who moved 17 boxes and think, oh my gosh, how can I even do that? Run with something that you feel good about. So you can just shout it out, invite like Allison did. I'm gonna end this IPA call with my segment, but I hear we have a new prayer warrior here today. Miss Tami, I hear you're new to
Got
our
Tracy Parrott.
oh, Tracy, thank you. Tracy Parrott. Are you on here? I don't see you, but I know that. Oh, there you are, Miss Tracy. I see you.
Yes. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
everyone.
Good morning. I want to thank you so much for closing out our call. And let's go ahead and show up tomorrow. We're going to have more. Oh, no, tomorrow we do not show up. Thursday, we show up Friday for our IPA calls. James, what's happening Thursday? What am I missing?
Nothing.
Nothing. You get a chance to go find out what your personal sales are. Invite, get into rooms of people where you can share your 30-minute elevator speech. That's what we're doing Thursday. And Friday, come back so that we can share our IPAs. Tracy, we'll have you close us out. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. What an honor to be here to pray with you all. And what an encouragement it was to hear from Amelia, just all the brand partners and the creative ways that you've been inspired to share. I know it's a busy season for all of us, and I know for me that it's been a challenge to keep a peaceful heart. And this is the second week of Advent where we are just reflecting on the peace that has been brought to us through Jesus. We maybe lit the peace candle. And I just wanted to share a couple scriptures that if you're struggling with that peace, if you've been anxious, if there's so many things besides our business that we are wanting to not slumber in, but just keep going in, let's just be reminded that we can find a really true inner peace because for a child will be born. I wanted to read out of Isaiah. A child will be born to us. A son will be given to us. And the government will rest on his shoulders, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, Prince of Peace. And there will be no end to the increase of his government or of peace or on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and uphold it with justice and righteousness from then on and forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will accomplish this. And so to just draw our hearts to just how this fulfillment of the promise, for most of us here, we have experienced this relationship with the Prince of Peace. And yet Jesus knew we'd have anxious times. He even told his disciples in the last days before he would go to the cross, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, not as the world give I to you. So let not your heart be troubled, nor let it be fearful. And so I want to draw on those powerful words for those of us that need that confidence, that peace of God. We get it from Jesus. It's not as the world gives. We can't conjure it up. It's the Spirit of God that indwells our hearts. And the fruit of the Spirit is peace. It goes love, joy, and peace. Isn't it interesting? When we experience the love of Christ, we are joyful, aren't we? When we're joyful, we have peace. When we have peace, we have patience. And the fruit of the Spirit just just as evident in our lives. And we see it, I see it in so many of you as you share your stories, as you're meeting with people, and they're just seeing that peaceful life and that vibrancy. And so as we pray now, just want us to bow our heads and praise God. Lord, we thank you that you are good and perfect, and your plan is to hold peace and establish it. And it's part of your zeal for us to make it happen in our world and in our hearts. So if our hearts are anxious, we just bring that to you. Would you restore peace to our businesses, our homes, our relationships? And in every corner of our lives, would you allow peace to reign there? Allow us to be peacemakers as we talk with friends and family and potential customers, and just offer the gospel of peace to those around us. As Jolene reminded us, our business is a vehicle to be able to offer others what you offer us. And so we thank you for this opportunity. Would you guide our day or the rest of our week, and may peace reign in our hearts. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Love you
Beautiful.
guys.
Tracy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank
Tammy.
you.
Have a good day.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Amelia.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Thank you so
everybody.
much,
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Amelia.
Great day.
Yep, have a blessed day.